Hello, Hillman family. Jim Babel with another quick video for you. Today is the school new year. July 1st is when we start our year. So let's start to communicate and share ideas about what we are planning for in the fall of 2020. There are three pillars that are guiding our reopening plans as we look forward. The first one is options. We want to be able to give our parents the option of in-person, of a hybrid delivery, or a completely virtual, dependent on the parent's choice. The second item that we are stressing are cohorts, trying to keep our students in groups throughout the day. And the third one is hygiene, really having a dedicated instructional element to our students, to our staff, the importance of hygiene in trying to help with the COVID-19 pandemic. We chose these because we think these are all within our control. So here is a chart that kind of explains those options that we talked about early. I want to stress that throughout our school year, we have to be prepared to pivot. The COVID-19 pandemic will determine what we can and cannot do. We want to offer the best education based on the scenario in front of us. We are planning for primarily to start off in person if we can. And a lot of our attention there is the health and safety of our students if we are in person. We also recognize in person the family and community needs of the benefit of having our students in our building so our parents can then continue their work. And also when our students are in person, we can address those social, emotional, intellectual, those needs, those physical needs as well, and that our students have, and we can work with our students. Another option that we will be preparing for is a blended learning option. And to the best scenario I can say is, let's say you have a sixth grade classroom and there are 15 students in that classroom. 12 of those students may be in person, 3 of them may be in a virtual setting, but they're all in that same classroom. So that's what the blended learning provides us. The last option is completely virtual, and that's what we lived through the last spring. Uh, we have made some significant strides and improvements. We've listened to our students and our parents, and the biggest improvement we can make is having an accountability system, and we've done that. So if we are forced into a virtual setting, we have prepared to improve upon that effort. So returning to the beginning of the slide, we are aiming to go in person. When we have to, we will be able to pivot into more of a blended or more of a virtual setting. As we plan, we look at a student's day and we go through this chart. This chart is very valuable to us. So for example, when a student is transitioning from the classroom to the bathroom, we map that out, our staff maps that out, and we go through this process to then come up with the safest way to do that. Finally, a calendar of events to say, okay, so when is this going to happen? On July the 8th, we have a regular board meeting, and that is where we have our first offering of here's what reopening of 2020 is starting to look like. Our staff will be meeting that week as well. And so that is that first chance to unveil, here's what it might look like in the fall of 2020. July 22nd, that's our second board meeting of the month, and that's where we will come to a finalization of our reopening plan. A word of note, when we say finalize, we say finalize with the ability to make adjustments as we learn more, as we practice more at this new style of education that we have final plans, but we are also prepared to make adjustments based on information. So on the 22nd, we should have this finalized in front of our school board. And then on the 23rd, we want to share that out with our families and our community with the intent of getting feedback. We are really focused on reopening school, but we do not have every scenario. We can't possibly vet everything perfectly. So we will send out some form of communication, some form of survey to our parents in which, hey, we didn't think of this. Let's continue to plan and make those adjustments that I shared earlier. And then it all starts on August 3rd when we can register for our school year. So please stay in communication with your school. I hope you have a great summer. And by all means, enjoy. We are planning to have in-person instruction, and we'll do our best to do that, but we have to be prepared to pivot. Take care and have yourself a great day.